On today's Mythic Cinematics episode is Ares, god of war. Ares stands as one of the most misunderstood figures in all of Greek mythology. A god defined not by cruelty alone, nor by nobility, but by the relentless pulse of conflict that courses through the world. Born of Zeus and Hera, Ares embodied the raw, untamed spirit of battle from the moment he opened his eyes. Where Athena represented the calm precision of strategy and intellect, Ares was the surge of emotion, the primal roar of courage and fury, the fire that consumed reason and replaced it with instinct. From his earliest years on Olympus, Ares trained in every art of combat imaginable. Spears balanced effortlessly in his hands, shields moved as naturally as his own limbs, and swords responded to him with a metallic hum. Yet despite his skill, he found little admiration from the other gods. Zeus himself complained of Ares's impulsiveness, calling him hateful, not because of evil intentions, but because Ares represented the side of war that even gods feared. Chaos, without restraint. Among mortals, however, Ares was both revered and dreaded. Warriors prayed to him not for peace, but for the strength to withstand terror. In the rugged lands of Thrace, his sacred domain, tales spread of Ares, appearing in the crimson light of sunset. A towering figure clad in dark bronze, walking through battlefields with steps that shook the earth. Armies believed he could tip the scales of war with a glance, filling one side with unstoppable courage while cursing the other with crushing despair. But mortals often misunderstood him. Ares did not fight for nations or kings. He fought because conflict was the closest thing to truth he knew. Despite his relentless nature, Ares was capable of powerful emotion. Nowhere is this clearer than in his passionate and forbidden love affair with Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty. She, bound in marriage to Hephaestus, found in Ares a thrilling, dangerous attraction, the fire to her grace. He, in turn, found in her the only presence capable of cooling his rage, if only for fleeting moments. Their union produced children who embodied the full spectrum of emotion and conflict. Phobos and Deimos, the gods of fear and terror. Harmonia, goddess of harmony and balance. And even the legendary Amazons, fierce warrior women said to be shaped by the bloodline of Ares himself. Yet love did not spare Ares from humiliation. When Hephaestus discovered the secret affair, he trapped the lovers in a cunning net of golden chains and exposed them to all of Olympus. The laughter of the gods stung deeper than any spear, and the humiliation etched itself into Ares' heart, coloring his future battles with even more ferocity. But even humiliation on Olympus paled compared to the dangers Ares faced at the hands of mortals and giants. One of the most striking tales concerns the Alode, two giant brothers who once dared to challenge the gods. Through their sheer strength, they captured Ares and sealed him within a bronze jar for 13 long months. For a god of action and fury, the confinement was torment beyond measure. Only when Hermes released him was Ares restored to Olympus, but the memory of captivity remained a permanent scar on his pride. The Trojan War stands as one of the greatest stages for Ares' complex nature. Swayed by Aphrodite's love for Troy, he took up arms on the side of the Trojans. When Ares joined the battlefield, the ground shook with every step he took. Greek warriors fled before him, believing that no mortal could withstand the god of war. But even the mightiest god has enemies, and Ares' eternal rival was Athena. Where he acted on impulse, she moved with perfect calculation. In their most famous clash, Athena guided the spear of Diomedes straight into Ares' divine flesh. The wound drove Ares from the battlefield, roaring toward Olympus in agony and outrage. Yet Zeus, unmoved, dismissed his cries. Even among the gods, Ares found little sympathy. What makes Ares truly compelling is not his victories or defeats, but the paradox at the core of his existence. Though he personified violence, he also understood the cost of war in a way few others did. While other gods viewed battles like spectators at a grand spectacle, Ares walked among the aftermath. He saw the fallen soldiers, the grieving families, the ruin left behind. Mortals often cursed his name even as they prayed for his strength, and Ares bore the weight of their conflicting emotions. He was war incarnate, yet he alone felt its consequences deeply. Though Ares was often feared and misunderstood, there were moments in myth where glimpses of his deeper nature surfaced, moments that revealed a god shaped not only by violence, but by the weight of expectation and identity. Many mortals imagined him as a force incapable of reflection. Yet ancient storytellers whispered of times when Ares stood alone on quiet hillsides after battle, gazing at the horizon long after the dust had settled. They said he would look upon the fields littered with broken shields and fallen warriors, and for a brief moment, his fiery eyes dimmed. In those rare silences, he seemed to understand the heart of conflict more intimately than any being, mortal or divine. He knew that war was born not only from ambition or rage, but from fear, desperation, pride, and the fragile hope of survival. He carried those truths like scars, unseen, yet deeply felt. And though he never renounced his nature, he understood what mortals endured in his name. Some legends even claim that Ares guarded certain cities not because he demanded bloodshed, but because he respected the courage of those who lived there. In Sparta, where warriors trained from childhood, Ares was honored not merely as a bringer of death, but as a protector of strength, discipline, and unbreakable resolve. The Spartans believed that Ares did not reward recklessness, he rewarded fearlessness. To them, he was not a monster, but a mentor. There is a depth to Ares that ancient myths often hint at but rarely state outright. He was a god who burned fiercely because he felt fiercely. Passion shaped him, whether in love, in fury, or in honor. And while he was the embodiment of chaos, he was also a reminder that every conflict, great or small, reveals something true about the hearts of those involved. In the end, Ares remains a god of contradiction, a being shaped by fury, yet capable of loyalty, humiliation, love, and sorrow. He is the reflection of humanity's own duality and conflict, the bravery and brutality, the glory and devastation, the thrill and the tragedy. His myth endures because war endures. His name lingers wherever courage meets fear, wherever chaos overwhelms reason, wherever mortals fight not just for survival, but for identity, honor, and passion. Ares, god of war, teaches us that conflict is never simple. It is raw, emotional, unpredictable, much like the god himself. And while heroes rise and empires fall, the spirit of Ares marches on, echoing across time as a reminder of the fierce power and terrible price of war. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with fellow mythology fans. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of Mythic Cinematics. Your support helps us bring more legendary stories to life. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next mythic adventure.